Hey guys, what's up? Hello, welcome back to another Scuffed Iron Man episode. In the last episode, we actually finished the Questscape and we were talking about how we don't know what our goals are and where we want to go from here. And we probably made a little checklist of all items we want to get, but even though it's a checklist, it's in no particular order that we're going to get it. And we're currently just moving around, and since we finished all the quests, I feel a little empty. I don't have like a quest goal I really want to do because I'm just getting items now and like beating all the bosses and unlocking all the content RuneScape has to offer. But since we grinded pretty hard to get all those quests done and get all these stats up for those quests, I think it's time for me just to start AFKing a bunch of skills. So I'm gonna start spending a lot of time just wood cutting and mining, maybe just barbarian fishing, but I do need more food eventually. So I don't know, I'm just gonna enjoy this little time off and just keep chipping away at it. 82 mining. Weekly TOG for the RC, but no level. And we need 65 rune crafting so we can do the Arden hard diary, and we can also do the Lumbridge hard diary. But I really don't want to train rune crafting. And if we're only getting 10k every time, or every week basically, it's gonna take us a long time just to get 65 rune crafting. So I guess, I mean, eventually we're gonna have to do it and suck it up, but for now, let's just leave it aside for now. But I do want those achievement diaries. I was about to head back to the Motherlode mine and start just AFKing, just mining, and just spending my time relaxing again. But I realized that since the leagues are going on right now in RuneScape, the worlds are actually fairly empty to an extent. So that means I am not too scared to go into the wilderness. So let's try going to the wilderness and let's just, I don't know, let's just do Major Arena 1 and 2 while we can, so we can get that imbued God Cape. And that'd just be a fun little addition to our magic items, armor, whatever you want to call it. It's the best mage cape anyway, so let's hope we don't die. And where we left off in the last place was actually we just got the capes and we forgot to get a god staff. So we're in here and we got a god staff now. So now to actually be able to use the god spells outside of the mage arena, we're gonna have to go inside the mage arena and cast it 100 times, which is kind of scary because it's in like 50 wilderness. So I don't think we'll get PK'd, but you never know. So let's just try to get these other staffs and let's go get Mage Arena 1 completed. Actually, we don't get a free staff like we do get free capes from the Chamber Guardian for the staffs, but we're gonna have to spend 80k for, get back here. We have to spend 80k for each staff, which is okay with me. I mean, we're running a little low on money, but you know, money in, money out. And now we gotta cast 100 Ceredoman strikes onto these guys, and we brought just the right amount of runes for the amount of cast. So let's just hope no one ever comes, and we'll do this over and over for each staff. Ceredoman complete. Samrock completed. Gothic's done. And now we're gonna have to go search the wilderness for the 3 god spirits and kill them to get an item from them, and we take it back, and we should be able to get a imbued cape for the respective cape that we want. Demon's Heart obtained, and now let's go return it and have him hold it for safekeeping. And then we just repeat this for the Ceredoman and the Gothic's boss. Justice Sharhan, now he's got to make it back. And through, but we're really low HP, no food, so I don't know if I want to run over here yet. So let's just try to sneak out of here and turn it in. And now with all the pieces given to Collodion, we are going to give him the Zamrock cape because I think it looks cool compared to the Ceredoman cape. I like both of them. The Gothic cape kind of sucks. But yeah, Zamrock cape looks pretty cool. So let's just give it to Collodion and we're going to imbue it. So it goes from 10 magic damage to 15 magic damage plus 2% magic damage. So, whoo, new best in slot magic cape. And to save a bank space, we're going to upgrade our cape rack, or actually make a cape rack. And we should be able to place our Gothic's cape on here. And they can store all our capes in the future that we don't want to keep in the bank. Not a new personal best, but we got a bottomless compost bucket, which is going to be pretty fun because instead of just going to the Tulip Con every time to fill it up with ultra compost, we can't take it out in notes. Oh, we can. 908 ultra compost, and we put it into our compost bucket. And now we only can just do, or just carry around this bucket all the time. So that's just going to be a lot nicer rather than just carrying a bunch of like 4 buckets at a time while I do my farm runs. Additionally, with the bottomless compost bucket, instead of having 1,000 compost available, we can have it up to 10,000 compost inside our bucket instead. Fix a wheel and we get 72 smithing from that. 83 mining. Weekly tiers of runecraft for 750 total level. And I think we should be allowed to go to the 750 worlds. I think those exist. Yeah, we have access to 750 worlds now. A new milestone for us. Only a few thousand gold left in our miscellanea, but let's take everything. And ooh, nice little stack of everything. And we have no money to add to miscellanea anymore, so they will sit on standby until we make some more money. And with this big stack of maple logs that we've been collecting from miscellanea, we're gonna just be turning them into maple longbows. So this is just a little bit of fletching XP, and it's around a minute per inventory for me, so this is gonna be a nice little AFK method. So every inventory of 27 is 1.8 ticks, so that's around 48 seconds per inventory. So do that for however 6,000, 9,000 maple logs I have, and we'll be here for some time. 66 fletching, first level of this AFK or bank standing skill. 67 fletching, and this is a good milestone because we can now make adamant darts, and we need 74 smithing to start making them, so that's going to be our next goal. And these adamant darts will be our best dart when we start finally getting that blowpipe. Eventually though, not yet. Silver is still too scary. 68. Nice. 70. And we can also make yew longbows now, so then once we finish all our maple logs, we can start AFKing, just cutting yew trees, and then we just turn those into yew longbows. So that's going to be like a fun way of just high elking when we do agility later on. 71. 72. 73. And the 73 fletching is actually a little small milestone because we could actually put these onyx bolt tips onto our runite bolts. So each individual bolt is about 180 gold, and each onyx bolt is 600 gold. But if we place them on top of them, each bolt is now worth 8,200 when I high elk them. So I have no use for these bolt tips even if I enchant them. So when we high elk them, we're gonna have like a big, nice little cash deck of like 150k at the end of this. So back into the bank, and we'll get rich eventually again. Last of the maple logs that we've obtained from King of Miscellanea, and we went from like 65 all the way to 63 fletching. And if I really wanted to, I could just keep using my yew logs, so I can just keep going. It's not the fastest XP, but you know, it's slow, it's like just passive, and I've just been standing around doing this for like 6, 8, 7 hours in total, so it's not that bad. We're still at the early level, so it's not crazy grind or anything. But yeah, I mean, I was thinking about this, the yew logs and just cutting yew logs, turning them into yew short bows and high elking it while agility. That's actually like a good way of training 4 skills all at once. So I guess wood cutting might be the new AFK because mining is just getting annoying, but we need a lot of cannonballs because we're running a little low on cannonballs. I believe 4,000. Sounds like a lot, not a lot, and we don't have that much coal to turn all this iron into it, and this itself, turning into cannonballs, is like a whole day adventure. Well, the grind keeps going, but I'm enjoying my AFK time. 76 wood cutting, and you're probably asking why I'm not doing magic trees. Well, magic trees are just a lot slower XP, and these yew logs I'd probably just turn to longbows and short bows, or probably just longbows, but magic short bows and longbows, they don't really have much value difference than just the yew, so this is just easier, and it would be just nice for the high elks and the fletching later, and it's still just faster. I just missed it. I tried to set up the recording. Genie, no! 77 woodcutting. Creating a nature rune is a hard task in Karamja. We got an elite clue and a medium clue from just chopping trees from the bird's nest, and we're kind of close to the gamer log, which is at every 6 hours the game forces you to log out. So let's see what we get, and this is good luck because we have not got a gamer log in a long time. So let's start with the medium casket. Nothing good. And for the elite casket, well, the ranger's tunic. Oh man. It's cool and unfortunate at the same time that we got this ranger's tunic, because even though it's worth 3.5 mil, it's useless to us as an Iron Man. It has really good ranged damage or attack, but no defense. So it's good for 1 defense pierce, but for Iron Man, not really. I don't think it's useful for any clues or anything. And if we got the Ranger boots instead of the tunic, that would have been our best slot boots for ranged offense. So, I mean, it's cool. I'll keep it, but wow. And by checking this palm tree, we get 92 farming. So we're officially at the halfway point to getting 99 farming because we need 2 times whatever XP at 6.5 million. We need 13 million total XP for 99. So halfway there. Something I actually didn't notice is that when we got this Ranger's tunic and I added to my bank, because it's worth 3.0 or 4 mil put in the bank, we have a total bank of over 100 mil now. 78 woodcutting. Decided to do some blast furnacing and 73 smithing. And we need 74 smithing so we can start to do those adamant darts. And I don't know, let's hope that we get pretty close to 74 because we're running low on gold, but we have a decent stack of mithril bars. Well, we need to start using our coal on adamant instead because I want to get those adamant darts so we could eventually get that blowpipe. So I wonder how close we'll get. We'll probably just make some mithril plate bodies and try to get our cash stack back up. That's all of my coal, and I forgot how expensive adamantite ores is. It's 3 inventories of coal versus mithril, which is like 1.5 inventories per mithril ore. But wow, we ran out so fast. But we have 400 adamantite ores or bars and a good amount of mithril bars. So I think maybe we just turn these into darts. I mean, we have a butt ton, like 15,000 of them. But I guess, might as well. Let's just make a few thousand more darts with this, and let's just do the rest for plate bodies to get the XP, because we are, where is it? Pretty close to 74. We made a butt ton of mithril dart tips, like 8.3 thousand of them, and that's like 800 mithril bars, and we're right at the very end of it. So I'm going to save these for any clues that requires to make anything mithril, but I think we're going to start just using our adamantite bars, and since we're close to it, each bar gives around the same XP no matter what we make. So we're just going to make a bunch of these bolts, and these bolts will be nice in the future when we start using for more ruby bolt E's and diamond bolt E's, because we are running low on them. Well, we're not low on bolts, but it should only take around 200 adamant bars to get 74. Then we can just spend the rest of our bars on darts, and then that will be our best in slot damage dart for the toxic blowpipe whenever we want to get it. A bunch of darts later, or bolts later, 74 smithing. Now let's just use maybe, like, how many more adamant bars do I have? 200? Let's use 200 on darts, and I'll just like make us a little nice stack for when we want to start fletching everything, because this is gonna be a nice little bit of fletching XP from just these 3 batches we're gonna be having. It's just the mithril dart tips, but look at that XP rate we're getting right now. We're 750k XP an hour, and unless I go slow, I'm gonna lose it, but I'm trying my best to keep fast. And 74 fletching, and we're gonna keep doing this. I thought I could at least reach 900k an hour. I wanted 1 million, but unfortunately we just can't reach it. Now these bolts don't give as much XP as either of them, so we just go down from here. But yeah, lots of bolts and lots of darts to deal with for the rest of our next few weeks. Or I don't even know how long this is gonna last. Hopefully it'll last a while. Obligatory book of knowledge straight onto Herblore. Weekly tiers of runecraft, and no level this time as usual, and I don't think we're going to be expecting levels every time we get our tierly weeks of runecraft, but you know, it's always just nice to get this little boost because 65 runecraft is what we need for a few achievement diaries, and I am still refusing to train this skill the normal way. A new Hispori PR, I forget what the last one is, but almost under, well, I say almost as in we're actually almost close to under a minute, but you know, improvement. And I think once we start getting back to the Slayer grind, we're gonna get some new items which should speed this up, and hopefully we'll get under that 1 minute timer. And with this new birdhouse and this little bird with his legs sticking out of it, we should get 79 hunter, and that was just a lot of birdhouses, and yeah, it's pretty good. It's just passive and overtime, but I think I'm okay, and I'm over doing just AFK tasks, just like farming, smithing, mining, woodcutting, and whatever else I was doing. I don't even remember, it's been too long. But yeah, I think it's time that I want to get back onto the Slayer grind, because I want that ACB and the blowpipe, but we're just gonna get higher. Oh, I also really want the Abyssal Whip at 85 Slayer, and then we also want to get a tentacle from the Kraken. So I think we'll call the episode here, and we're gonna get ready to get on a new grind. So more active rather than just checking in every few days or just being AK. So with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.